What's up, Rich? Oh,
Hey, baby.
hold on. I got my flannel right here.
Ooh, I like it. We're starting something new. I need to get the right stuff behind us here. Let's do this. See if we can get one of these. Ray should be right behind us here.
Put it on, Billy boy.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, guys.
Oh, no
Shit.
flannel for you?
I didn't know that we were having a dress-up date.
It's December.
I actually had it on all day, but then it got cold when I got home, so I took it off. But now I'm all warm, so I'm putting it back on.
So you wear flannels when it's warm.
What?
No,
Yeah, that made
Ass
no
backwards,
sense.
man.
Yeah, it made no
this
sense.
one's not like a thick flannel. It's not like your traditional like super outdoor flannel. I have those upstairs, but I can't wear those in the house. This one's like a light one.
Got
Like the
it.
one I had on the other day was a pretty thick one, but this one not so much.
I knew
I'm
I was the
impressed-
bottom. I knew I was the bottom of the totem pole of dumb, but I did not understand what Bill was trying to say there.
You
I
know
needed a
what keeps me warm?
sweatshirt. It was colder than a flannel.
Before you
Yeah.
guys make fun of me for it, I'm trying something new during these weekday shows. I'm going to a little red wine. I'm just gonna go LeBron style. I like Bill's idea. He's laying off the booze, quote unquote, during the week. So I'm gonna try.
After
And,
today, I'm drinking.
oh, okay. Is that because of the breaking news you texted us just a minute ago?
Oh no, that was just funny.
Oh, so you don't want to tip one out. You don't want to clue in the listeners on.
The guy that invented Slim Jim died of COVID-19 today.
Hey,
I don't even know his name. I just saw the headline on Twitter, and I was a little upset about that.
damn. He's going on a hefty list. That's a tough loss.
Him and the
Oh.
Macho Man are raising hell up in heaven right now together.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tough day for you, Bill. Tough day, Bill.
Long day.
Today was one of those days, Bill. If COVID wasn't going on, I would have got a plane ticket to go anywhere in the world, not
Yeah,
been
it was-
here, and just get the fuck out of here and drink
It was-
myself stupid.
Yeah.
Really?
It was a long fucking day, and I'm pretty sure like a shit ton of people called out, like one whole group of people, because I'm pretty sure they all have COVID. So that made my day hell. And they won't tell us, so they just say, "Hey, are they coming back tomorrow?" We don't know
Mhm.
because they won't tell us. They can't. So like they'll tell you if you became in like close contact with them, and then they'll announce it.
Secret. So, Bill, you had to go through the scare of potentially being exposed to a large group of people at your work with COVID, and we know that you guys deal with some sensitive stuff. That seems very, very stressful. Ray, what happened to you? Dunkin' Donuts ran out of fucking donuts this morning? Pissed you
No.
off?
No, hate my job, hate my life. Just want to go out, get the fuck out, and drink. And
Go buy some
Way.
cigarettes, Ray. Go buy
Hey,
some
anytime you need
cigarettes.
a night away, got a spare bedroom right up there.
Queen's Landing is only
Queen's
a
Landing.
drive away.
Queen's Landing. If you're ever looking for a nice night with a stench of pussy and ash, come on over. Queen's Landing is open.
Whenever you go out for that final pack of cigarettes and never come back, I could use a roommate. Why not?
Well, we can't say that because now they'll know where I am.
Also,
Wife
buy
doesn't
it.
listen to this.
No, she
That's
doesn't.
true.
She-
Also, buy an extra pack for Bill. Don't walk into anyone's house.
Well, you
empty-handed.
can't do
That's
that,
just-
yeah.
Hey, I haven't
that's
smoked a
just
cigarette in a
manners.
little while now, so
Bring
So
bring several bullets for whatever gun he has and a pack of Marlboros. And,
good luck finding bullets nowadays. Jesus.
what an answer! What an answer, Bill. You only get that from a true bullet guy. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday headlines, December 4th. Welcome to the show.
You know what I never realized?
Right? It is the 4th.
Yeah, know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never realized though? You could just look down at your computer and it tells you the day. and just add one, Rich, and that'll tell
Well, I
you. the
look
day.
down and I see your mother's head, so I can't look. I don't try to do that too often.
Oh,
Gotta
your
stay
mother joke.
focused.
Your mother
No,
joke.
that
should
was
get
a good
pretty
one. You
late.
don't want to get
No.
I know.
distracted by the head bobbing. So
Yeah,
I
I know.
understand.
Bill, I know, but Ray's so mad because his mother jokes
They're
stink.
so fucking
Ours are
stupid this
creative
week.
and in the zone and really flow easily. He gets very fucking mad because all of his are stupid. Bottom of the totem pole of dumb.
Ooh,
Ray?
That's what your mother said last night.
You do a perfect Ray laugh.
It's like someone's tickling your tummy. That's all it is.
Who's got your belly?
Speaking of tummy. Speaking of tummy, Cam Newton has a tummy ache or an abdominal strain or whatever. Lands on the injured list for the first time this year. Gentlemen, is this an opening for Stidham? Is this a fake injury? Is this a real injury? How do you think this affects the quarterback situation for the Patriots moving forward? Ray, tummy boy, what do you
Yes.
think?
I don't know how he's not on the injury list for that concussion because he got knocked the fuck out.
Dude,
Sunday.
he was
He was
dazed.
rocked.
He looked
but
dazed out there. Yeah.
It almost looked like he was saying something to McDaniels after the game. Like,
Yeah, he said,
I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
Well,
He said,
also,
I'm
he-
sorry, I can't
don't know
see.
where I am.
Could you
Yeah.
guide me to the locker room?
No, but I don't know how he got a tummy ache. This abdominal injury that they're saying he supposedly got. But yeah, I mean, this could open the door for Stidham because Belichick's not really saying, yes, Cam's going to be the starter for Sunday. So we'll see. But as I told you guys earlier, Jay Stu dropped a big bombshell on Felger and Maz. So we'll see.
Yeah, so
Care
Felger,
to
I think-
elaborate, or are you just
yeah,
gonna
do you
leave
want
it
me
at
to
gonna
that?
say it, Ray?
I
Or
was
do you
going to let
want
Rich use.
essentially if what the consensus was is if the locker room wanted Jared Stidham would be starting, which, you know what,
Don't believe it.
I love Felger and Maz, and Felger is my fucking hero,
I love
but Jay Stu throws more shit against the wall than anybody that I know listening to that show. And if you take just the context around the Patriots and Cam Newton and everything going on around that, I don't believe it. I don't disbelieve that the guys in the locker room don't trust Jarrett Stidham. Why would they?
I
But
don't trust Cam Newton either.
not on the field, but I think that he is beloved in his locker room. I think he's
good. Yeah,
beloved
he's a
throughout the
glue guy,
NFL. I think that he's been that guy since he came into the NFL. And I think that in terms of we've said this before in the show, in terms of a leader and a teammate, he is far exceeded anybody's expectations coming to Patriots. He has drank the Kool-Aid, and I think that's probably the biggest reason why he's still the starter for the New England Patriots. So I don't know if I totally buy that out of Jay Stu. There's probably some truth to that. That's been stretched to get what we got. That being said, I think Cam's injured. I said that in the first quarter last game. He took some shots. They ran him, and he ran hard, and man, he ran upright, and he took a couple licks. Not even counting the last one that got the penalty where he was definitely concussed.
Well, even a few weeks ago too, you see him lower his shoulder on a DB. I think it was who they played before Houston, Baltimore. It's lowering his fucking shoulder, and it's like, dude, Cam, stop.
Yeah.
I get you're trying to fight for that extra yard, but go down. There's no reason you need to lower your fucking shoulder. And the shoulder that's hurt, by the way, that he had fucking surgery on, and you're trying to lower it to run over a DB to get 2 extra yards.
You can't
Give it a
throw
rest.
anyway, Bill. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I think he's hurt. What does that mean for Jarrett Stidham? I don't think you're going to see him get the start. I do believe whatever is holding him back from getting the starting position, whether that be Cam Newton himself, Cam Newton's contract, Bill's ideology of what he wants in this team, whatever fucking personal vendetta going on, I don't think you're going to see Jarrett Stidham start for this team unless you are mathematically done for the playoffs. Cam is hurt beyond being able to play and has already made whatever money he's supposed to make on his incentives. I think Jarrett Stidham is firmly in the doghouse, and you will not see him unless Cam gets literally knocked out of the game. I don't know why I put this. I was just jotting this down, and this popped up on my phone. LeGarrette fucking Blunt says the Patriots have not replaced him. In that same breath, the headline literally after that, as I was reading it, Pro Football Focus has named Damian, your boy Sweetness Bill, Damian Harris, the #1 back in the NFL for Week 13. Has LeGarrette Blunt been properly replaced? Why is this guy spouting off? Or do you have a different opinion?
He is the most overrated running back in the history of the New England Patriots. He's been replaced tenfold. I get it. Maybe he's looked better than Sony Michel ever has. But, dude, you're an overweight fucking running back. Again, Jonas Gray, 2014, 204 yards, 4 touchdowns. The only reason he ever came back was because he slept through his alarm and Blunt smoked his way out of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
But Ray, you had him at the top of your running backs for all time.
I did, and that's why Bill was throwing all that shade towards LeGarrette Blunt right there because
you also are the bottom of the totem pole of dumb. So everything has to be taken with a little grain of salt.
No, that's fine. I understand, but I enjoyed LeGarrette Blunt. Led the team in rushing. I think he almost led the league in rushing one year, did he not, Bill?
Led the league in rushing touchdowns.
Ray, as a LeGarrette Blunt guy, can you tell me his Super Bowl numbers off the top of your head real quick?
Probably like 69 yards, something like that.
Putrid. Overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a goal line back. He was a system. He was a product of the system.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots love to get up there, no huddle, and then run the ball. That's how they ran the ball for years. He had 18 touchdowns one season because of that in the red zone. That was a product of the offense. LeGarrette Blunt is just another guy. Has he been replaced? Yeah, his name's fucking Damian Harris. Before that, could you make an argument that Sony Michel is not better than him? Of course. Rex Burkhead couldn't stay on the field, although this year he was fantastic.
No,
James White is not the same type of
I
back.
think Sony Michel had a better playoff run than anything LeGarrette Blunt's had. Truthfully.
You could say that.
His rookie year.
LeGarrette Blunt's definitely not going to argue his, the value of James White there. So you're really talking about James White and Damian Harris. Damian Harris has surpassed him. Shut up, Blunt. Going into this next game, now Belichick always talks up his opponents. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I took this a little bit different. And maybe that's because Belichick's a little bit different this year because they suck. But his remarks on Herbert and the remarks around the Patriots being high on Herbert going into last year's draft got me thinking. His remarks about Hunter Henry and how high he was on him and his relationship with Hunter Henry's high school coach and Hunter Henry going into free agency, as we talked about last Tuesday. It all got me thinking. It all got me thinking a little bit. So the remarks about Herbert got me asking this question. Because of the situation that they're in, do you think this is the type of year that the Patriots will make a move if they identify a guy like Herbert as a quarterback and go get their quarterback in the first round?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You saw what you have on the roster right now. Cam Newton, Jared Stidham, Brian Hoyer, and some jamoke on the fucking practice squad that I don't even know what his name is.
Right.
Right? So you have no future outside of like this year because you don't. If Stidham can't beat out Cam at this point, who's been terrible all year, he's never going to beat him out, in my opinion, for the rest of the season, unless it's week 18, 17, whatever.
Which is not beating him out. That's just getting the role. And to add onto those reports, it has been reported out of the locker room that Cam Newton, without a training camp or anything, coming late into this, has a better idea of the playbook and the offense than Jared Stidham, who's been there for 2 years.
I don't understand that. Yeah, it's crazy.
He sucks, whatever. So, but that I asked the question because Ray, we know Belichick is not one to really package things to move up. More often than not, he's packaging things move down. Now, he's done it before. He's done it before when he's ID'd a guy. We talked about this last Tuesday about landing in that top 10 pick is a lot different than landing in 17 to 18 because of the type of talent you can get.
He did it twice to get Hightower and Jones that one year.
And we did talk about how much we trust him on defense.
Yep.
I trust him more with a quarterback than probably any other offensive position except for maybe offensive line. So what do you think, Ray? Is that something we should expect? I don't even know. I don't even know what the ammunition would be to move up. Let's forget about all that. Let's just say theoretically, will they, and can they? What's the North Dakota kid's name, Bill?
Trey
Lyles.
No, Trey Lance.
Lance.
Trey Lance. So let's say they.
So there's two golden.
Will they go get them?
There's two golden gooses: Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. You're not getting them because Jets are drafting first, and Jaguars need a quarterback. So those two guys are off the board. Then you got Zach Wilson from BYU, who is the 9th ranked prospect. Then Trey Lance from North Dakota State. That's it. And then Kyle Trask maybe might fall in the first round. But other than that, those are your 3 guys that you could go get in the first round. Do you have to package a big deal to get these guys? I don't think so. None of them really are shooting out, making big numbers this year. So I don't think you're going to have to do that much. Maybe like a first this year, and maybe like a third.
Probably.
Well, it all
advanced
depends
next
on
year.
who's in front, right? And
Yeah,
this
you
is
gotta
Sim-
wonder
this
the
is Simple
draft
Mind
order,
Sports
too.
Show. We didn't do. Ray does more research than me and Bill put together. I didn't look up and see what the current draft status is and who would be in front of the Patriots and who would need a quarterback, who wouldn't need a
I
quarterback.
got some people if you'd like me to rattle them off real quick.
Go ahead.
Jets, Jacksonville, my Washington Redskins, Dallas, maybe if they don't get Dak, Atlanta, maybe if they drop Matt Ryan because of salary cap implications, and Detroit with Matt Stafford, maybe if.
And you're also sleeping on Miami, who has Houston's pick.
Yes.
So they're not going to take a quarterback. So cross them off the list.
So but you just
These
named,
people I'm not crossing off. These people might
You
need a
just named
quarterback.
five. You just named 5 teams, Ray,
Yeah,
that
that
are
could take a
going to be in the
quarterback.
market for a quarterback. They're probably going to move up. So, that might be move, but it makes sense because Herbert was drafted. Where did he go
Fifth?
to the Chargers? 5th or something. It
Yeah.
was
Fifth or sixth. It was fifth or sixth.
I want to say
Sixth.
the
fifth.
third quarterback off the board, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the second?
No, second.
Second.
Tua was the third.
No, Tua went fifth. Herbert went sixth. That was what it was.
Okay. Either way, I know that they were a little bit later in that early part of the draft than normally quarterbacks would go in there. I mean, they're usually top 3, and then there's a little bit of a lull there. So it'll be interesting. My
Mac
point
Jones.
is-
Watch for Mac Jones in Alabama. That's the guy I think they're going to target.
Oh, Alabama quarterbacks do not have a good track record in that.
He is compared to Joe Burrows, though. They're saying he could be the next Joe Burrows.
Dude, that
Okay.
Alabama team looks like a fucking powerhouse too.
All right. In that same vein, Hunter Henry. Bill, you mentioned him last Tuesday about a target. I said he was going to be too rich, and the Chargers would keep him. I may be wrong. Belichick is touting this guy's freaking horn, whatever that saying is, and he loves his high school coach who never punts. So,
I love that guy.
is Hunter Henry? Is he now back officially on the board for the Patriots? Someone we should look at. It's going to be big money. He's going to get a ton of fucking money.
We have it.
You have it. Is this a guy that you think we'd all like him because we're all star fuckers? Do you think the Patriots? You think Bill Belichick will pay him what he's supposed to get and bring him on this team?
No, I think he'll pay close to market value, but he'll get more money to go somewhere else. And I think if you had Tom Brady here, it's more of a pull for these guys to take less money. But when you have big questions at your quarterback, you have to pay him top market and probably beat out other teams. Your 6 championships with no championship quarterback right now don't mean shit.
Let me throw this scenario at you, and I don't like this scenario, but let me throw it at you.
Yep.
Let's say Bill really likes fucking Cam Newton, and they extend Cam on cheap dollars because no one's paying Cam Newton. And Cam Newton thrives in an offense that has a tight end. If you pay Cam Newton cheap dollars and go overextend for a guy like Hunter Henry to try and maximize the corpse of Cam Newton, is that something that you could see? Is that a viable play, or is that just pissing in the wind? Because, and remember, before I say that, they drafted 2 goddamn tight ends last year. They drafted 2 of them in the 3rd round. So you got 2 young tight ends that they're going to have to invest in. Are you going to go spend top dollar on another one in Hunter Henry, who is good? I don't know if he's that good. Raymond? All right,
I'm all in it. So, I mean, like, if I could get him, yes. And I think I've been on record, or Patriots Fat Tuesdays, that I said I think Cam's done enough to probably come back next year. As much as I don't want it, I think he might be your best option again, a year number 2 in this offense. And he's thrived with tight ends in his offense. Greg Olsen in Carolina was a fucking Pro Bowl tight end year after year after year with Cam Newton. That's his binky, but.
And Josh McDaniels and the Patriots know how to use tight ends, and they like to use tight ends.
Tight ends with skill, though.
Yeah.
He's got skill.
Hunter Henry is that guy, so it'll be interesting to see if he makes it to the top of the list. All right, moving on. Just looking ahead to the game itself. Could the Patriots win this game without fielding a player at all, and just the wits of the coaches, the dumbass that is Anthony Lynn versus Bill Belichick? Is this the biggest mismatch in coaching that the NFL will see all year, or what?
Yeah, I think Anthony Lynn
or Adam Gase maybe
worst
gives him room
coach
for his
is the
fucking
worst.
money. Sorry,
yeah,
Ray.
but he's top three, definitely worst coaches in the NFL.
I mean, Adam Gase has never given himself position to make the stupid fucking decisions Anthony Lynn has made.
True.
The Chargers have lost more close games than any team I've ever seen in my life.
They've blown 4 or 5 17-point leads already this year. I think
Maybe
that
it's
was like
just
an
in the
NFL record.
water. Like this was happening with Phillip Rivers for years too. I don't get it, but Anthony Lynn's a fucking dum-dum. Go ahead,
Mhm.
Bill.
It goes back to 2018 here on, division round playoff game where Tom Brady was marching up and down the field the whole first half, and Anthony Lynn did jack shit to make one fucking adjustment. That game was over at halftime,
Mhm.
and it has carried on ever since. Brady ended another playoff run for the Chargers and pretty much tormented their franchise because they haven't been good since. So I mean, now like you're seeing it. This is year 4 for him. Like I've actually liked Anthony Lynn. I thought he was a respectable coach, but seeing it like after Hard Knocks this year, I'm completely and utterly out on Anthony Lynn.
Well, there's coordinators and
Out.
there's coaches, right? Like Anthony Lynn's the type of guy that can rally a team, get a team motivated, get him out there to play hard. And then where's the difference? The difference is in the game time decisions made by good coaches that understand how games work. It's the same thing as quarterbacks. It's quarterbacks that make the right plays at the right times at the end of games. So that's your difference in the NFL. It's not like teams are putrid. That's the age-old question: could this college team beat the NFL team? No college team can beat any NFL team because the NFL is that superior. The difference.
You think the Jets could beat Alabama right now or
Yes.
Clemson?
Yeah.
Yes,
You
they're
think so?
bigger, they're faster, they're men. Those are boys. They're boys. As
True.
good and fast and strong as they are, they're boys. I mean, I know some of them are not. I get the D linemen and O linemen; those are fucking big ass dudes. But they're still 21, 22, 20-year-old big ass dudes.
Yeah.
And these are 34-year-old mean, angry sons of bitches that don't give a shit about your feelings. No, that's why. Like they're just bigger,
I'd
faster,
love to
stronger.
see it though. Would
I'd love to
fucking
see it
love
too.
to see
I'd
it.
love to see the Jets lose to Alabama. You fucking kidding me?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Who
They should
shines
do
this
what
week, Greg?
They should do it like the EPL. Is that what it is? So demote the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, we
to
say this
to
all the
college.
time.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
called
Bill-
relegation. Billy on the
Bill-
pitch. God
Billy on the
damn
pitch
it.
does it one time, and now he's a soccer guru.
Yeah. Now he's really pushing the.
Oh,
you know,
fuck yeah.
he looked up EPL before the show. He's like,
No, I've
oh,
always-
yeah.
What
always
does this
liked that.
mean, this EPL?
No, I've always liked
Extra
that.
pussy
I like how
league.
they demote. I wish the fucking real teams
It's
would
part
do
of
that,
his
like, real
45-minute tabs.
That's right. I've been trying to brush up on soccer
Yeah.
to stump you guys.
.org.
Well, that one
Uh,
didn't stump us because we've been saying it all the time.
Ray, who
You think I've been looking up
do you
soccer?
think
Fuck off.
shining this week against the Chargers for the Patriots?
The
or
same guy-
Chargers?
The
Who do you
same,
think?
the same guy that's been shining 12 weeks straight, Jake Bailey. Please, he's gonna have a monster game again. Jake Bailey is gonna be.
The soccer guy picks the punter. What a fucking shock. What a shock. Bill, you got anything else other than Damian Sweetness?
He's got to have a big game because I think Cam's toast. But you should win this game. I mean, it should be an easy game to win. I'd like to see Winovich have a big game. I think you can get to Herbert. Their offensive line is kind of trash, so you should be able to attack the quarterback.
Your boy is going to have a game, Bill. J.C. Jackson, 2 picks. Two
Oh, I
picks.
love it.
They're
Love
gonna
it.
they're gonna bracket Keenan Allen, and Herbert's gonna do some stupid shit. J.C. Jackson's gonna be there to take advantage of that. So watch over him. Who sucks
If we
besides
don't-
Cam?
No, if the three of us don't say Cam here, then that's moot point. You know, he's gonna have the worst game. He couldn't throw 100 yards on fucking Arizona, who had 8 guys in the box. Now you're gonna go against the Chargers. You're gonna look like shit. He's gonna look like shit again. And we're all gonna get called racist on Twitter, and it's gonna make me very angry because this guy sucks, and we say he sucks, and now we're racist because we're saying a African American quarterback sucks. No, we're not racist. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, suck shines through skin color.
Any color,
okay?
any color, baby.
He blows.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get the. It's not even just Twitter. It's the talking heads,
Yeah.
the excuse makers for Cam Newton. Still 12 weeks into this thing. Like, what are you looking at? What are you watch him? Just watch him throw the ball at warmups and tell me that that's a guy can go play in the NFL as a quarterback.
He throws during warmups. All I see is dance.
Oh God, he sucks. All right, final predictions. Ray, what? Patriots 49, Chargers 12, or what?
No, Pat's 20, Chargers 16.
Okay.
I'll go 24-17 touchdown game.
Touchdown game. Nah, yeah, I think it's
Patriots.
closer than that. 24, 21. 24-21.
Nick
They're all gonna be
Folk
field
walk-off
goals.
again.
Yeah, that's all going to be field goals games from now. I didn't pick which way, and I'm not gonna. NFL news and notes. Wednesday football. I got to watch it because I work from home. Suck
It was
it.
boring.
It sucked.
Yeah, I
It
heard it was fucking
sucked.
terrible.
It was a terrible game. The NFL should be ashamed. At halftime, Roger Goodell, the boob, the clown himself, just continues to double down on his asshat buffoonery talking about the COVID protocols working the way that they should in the middle of a game that was a fucking mockery to the NFL. It was bad. NBC aired that game at 3:40 because they had a tree lighting celebration
At
that night,
Rockefeller Center.
and
Thank
it
God.
was a lot better than the football game.
It probably, I think it drew better ratings too.
Of course it did. The
Oh,
Temptations.
had to.
My wife loves that shit, so I watched a little bit. The Temptations performance, the Broadway Temptations that's been canceled for COVID, they fucking nailed it. Just that 4 minutes performance was better than all of Steelers Ravens, even with RG3 out there running around like it's
He got hurt.
2012 again.
You got
Of
hurt.
course he got hurt.
Respect.
Of course he got hurt. What a shit show. What an absolute fucking shit show. NFL should be ashamed. They also said that they're not going to do a bubble. They said they're not going to do a bubble.
Well, the
Idiots.
protocol's working. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they follow every protocol and take everything
Mhm.
regarded with COVID seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Denver had 0 quarterbacks and they refused to move the game, even if they move it to fucking Tuesday night. Drew Lock and any other quarterback could have played.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They had 'em-
bullshit.
And then after that, all the exceptions they made for Baltimore to get that game in. John
Who
Harbaugh.
had more positive tests yesterday
yeah,
morning?
walking into the game, they had
Was
more
it
positive
3?
tests.
Yeah, 3.
Getting on the plane, they had positive. I will not be surprised if this does not stop. This is going to keep going for Baltimore.
There's no game tonight, right?
no, there's no game
It's
Thursday.
Monday now.
All that being said, instead of taking an ounce of ownership, John Harbaugh comes out and said, "No one batting 1,000 with the COVID." Fuck this guy. Fuck
I
this
don't-
guy in the fucking NFL. Like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I get it doesn't matter because everyone still watches, but you lost me. You lost me in that Wednesday game. I didn't watch it. I watched 10 minutes of the first quarter and turned that shit off.
I didn't watch a second of it
It's because you were.
at work.
Isn't it funny though? Like when we started
Details.
doing all this, like in April, May, we were like, NFL's gonna have their shit together because they're gonna be the last ones to go. They're gonna have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed. They're gonna have this COVID thing figured out. They're gonna be the best product on the field. And look what's happening. Like teams don't have fucking quarterbacks. 23 people have fucking COVID for the Baltimore Ravens. Look like shit, going out with the
Even-
practice squad.
yeah.
Did we say that though, right? Or did we expect it and say
We
they're
expected
gonna
it. That's what
they're
we
gonna
expected.
push through and do anything? They're not gonna cancel a single game. By the way, Ray, we haven't heard much from Billy 10 games over there ever since we've got
Yeah.
past that benchmark.
He was hoping you'd forget.
They didn't give a
I
shit,
actually,
Bill.
I
They
actually
didn't
forgot
care.
until now.
They probably should have done what you said to do, but they didn't. They just don't care. They'll
No.
continue not to care. No bubble. No
I love
players.
how they look the
doesn't
worst out of any major sport. Like, shit, baseball.
We were laughing
baseball
at baseball.
got it right.
We were laughing
we were
at
laughing
baseball.
at the Marlins.
That's
and
what we
St.
said.
Louis Cardinals. And then what happened? You never heard of COVID in baseball until Justin Turner
Yeah.
in the World Series.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And now you're seeing the NFL week after week after week after week after week.
Yeah.
With the biggest spread of COVID virus that's happening now. I mean, in March it wasn't even this big, and everything shut down. And now the NFL is like, yeah, our protocols are working, even though Baltimore's
Right.
strength and conditioning coach was banging hookers without a mask on and brought it all back into the locker room or whatever the fuck he was doing. But
Billy Bomb. Billy
Let me
Bomb
ask
was
you
with him.
something. If he was banging hookers with a mask on, would that have been protocol?
Yes.
yeah. It's the,
The
saliva,
6 foot
right?
The 6
I think the
foot doesn't
pussy
matter then?
juices don't
No, yeah, they
spread
don't carry COVID.
Before he
Yeah.
finished, he backed up 6 feet and then ejaculated on her face.
God. The rainbow shot.
Yeah.
Do the
He
Steelers
pulled her
have?
mask down for that.
Oh, Jesus. That's where he got it. Do the Steelers have a chance at 16-0?
No.
No.
No, I don't think they'll chase it either.
I don't think so either. Not with Ben at quarterback in the Bud
Well,
Dupree.
actually, they
Bud
might,
Dupree
'cause
just
if
went
Kansas
down.
City keeps rolling. Do they play each other?
No. Buffalo
no.
and the Colts are the only 2 games that they have that they could lose.
Cleveland, but I mean, shit.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs they're 1 game behind. So I mean,
I don't think it
they
matters.
might have to try to win out. I mean, unless because you want that bye, you got an older, decently older team, especially with your at quarterback position. You'd like to get that bye. So I mean, if it's in sight, they may chase it. I think
but
they're a fraud.
Do you want
truthfully,
Do you
just
want
kinda
Ben to
seeing them,
have a
but
bye week during the playoffs Pornhub running those special Christmas
You
sales.
found Jesus,
He's-
Ray.
He found Jesus. He
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
jack
what I'm
off
saying.
the Pornhub anymore.
That's what I'm saying, though. He goes home for a bye week off of playoffs. Those sales going on at Pornhub. He's gonna
You
bite
never
the
know
bullet.
what can happen. You never know what can happen. Could be a Jesus porn site. Yeah, I'm with you, Bill. They don't.
Jesus
They do
jacking off
not.
over Mary.
They don't smell like a 16-0 team. It's Christmas, Bill. God. I'm gonna have to isolate your audio on that and turn it up now because I was
That was-
talking over you.
That was good.
You guys got anything left on the NFL news and notes? Anything jump out to you before we switch gears here?
Mm-mm.
All right, let's move on to the Celtics. I
There's
asked
so many
this.
more jokes I can make on that too.
That's
Oh,
what
Look,
we have.
I'm all for it, but let's save it for maybe Sunday social hour. We can just hammer out a couple of them to start the show.
Jesus porn videos. Yeah, it's perfect.
Best. That's our actually tune in Sunday where we talk about the best Jesus porn videos. We'll do a snake draft and we'll rank them 1 to 10.
Did you see that meme I posted? The
Oh, I
Jesus-
thought he was
Jesus-
about to say, "Did you see the one?
I did too.
Did you see the one where?"
No, it was Jesus. He's like,
Shit,
Jesus,
boys,
show
we're
me your
out of
titties. He's
time.
like, oh, I'm shy. I love Jesus memes. They make me laugh hysterically.
Boys, I don't. All right, look, we're running out of time. We went heavy on the Pats there, but we never asked this question. We talked about the repercussions of Gordon Hayward leaving. We talked about a little bit about what it meant for the Celtics and what it means now, but I don't think we ever really touched on the why. Why did Gordon Hayward want to leave Boston, and is it justified? So. Here's the rumors that he didn't want to be the fourth, or some are saying fifth option. I think it's bullshit. He was never going to be the fifth option behind.
He was
Marcus Smart.
fourth.
He was fourth, where it's just honestly probably right, maybe third. He also wanted. Look, he took the payday. He took more money, and his, which I've always said, his wife fucking hated it here. Her only friends were merchants in the neighborhood. So.
And the cheese guys.
Well, those are merchants. I know that language
sorry.
is tough for you, bottom
Fuck
totem
her.
pole, but all
Don't
right.
use those fancy words.
I think we all agree. Then, do you have anything to add on why he left, or more importantly, is it justified? Should he have wanted to leave, or should he have just taken the $30 million over the next 4 years, been the third to fourth option, and tried to win a championship?
Yeah, when he's not anything to him. Oh, me. I want the spotlight. I want to be the guy, even if it's a shitty team. Pay me the most money. See you later. Yeah, it's not justified at all.
Bill, is it an indictment on the young guys, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, that Kyrie Irving didn't want to be here because of them? Al Horford didn't want to be there. Who knows? But have they created an environment of young, cocky shitheads that veterans don't want to be around? And does it matter?
They might. Does it matter? No. They are
I don't
guys
think it
moving
did.
forward. Doesn't matter at all. People are still going to come and want to play, especially if they make that year 4 and year 5 leap that we're hoping that they can make another run at the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, they're going to get guys, and especially if they show their potential superstar, which they're right on their way. So,
Buddy.
I said potential. Did I say potential?
You just didn't want to say budding.
Fuck off.
I'm with you. I don't care. Like, the only real talent that hurts that left is Kyrie, and if he's going to be that much of a pill off the court, then you don't want him around anyway. Let's see what happens in that dumpster fire of New Jersey. But the talent of Al Horford walking out the door to get overpaid, I'm okay with that. The quote-unquote talent of Gordon Hayward, I think, hurts. I've said this all along. Bill, you're with me. They are a better team with Gordon Hayward on the court. If he could have just been okay with his role, and if the price tag wasn't attached to him so heavily, he would have been a great guy and would have been on any team. But now he's going to be the number one option for Charlotte at $34 million apiece. Fucking good luck to you, Gordon. Have fun. If you didn't want to play second fiddle to a budding superstar in Jason Tatum, then you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole, or your wife's an asshole. One or the other.
He's an asshole, and I said it in one of our shows that if you I'm fine if he wants to leave and go play on a better team, but when you take a huge deal to go play on one of the worst teams in basketball, you're a baby back bitch to me.
Yeah,
Goodbye, Gordon Hayward. Goodbye.
That's a bad look, and it's going to be the worst contract in the NBA, and he is not going to fulfill anything close to that. Sorry, MJ. All right, quickly through these NBA hitters. Ray, I want your opinion on this because it affects your DC Bullets Wizards. First, LeBron and AD inked their deals. Cool. Good for them. We knew that was coming. Paul George, I wanted to bring this up. Paul George, speaking of baby back
Baby
bitches,
back bitch, yeah.
listen to his last interview on whatever it was, basically throwing Doc Rivers under the bench or under the bus, sorry, not making the right adjustments with that stacked team, losing 3-1 after just go through Greeny did a nice blog on Barstool about it. The fucking excuse machines that Paul George did this season. I want nothing to do with this guy. I want nothing to do with this guy.
Nope.
Born loser, another loser NBA player. He'll never win a goddamn thing. Sorry, we're out of time. I don't have time for your thoughts, Bill. Ray, I want your thoughts on this. Your DC Bullets Wizards traded the no-knee corpse of John Wall for
And a first.
Russell Westbrook and a useless first. For Russell Westbrook. How do you think it shapes out in the East? And what do you think the team looks like now next to Bradley Beal with Westbrook?
Well, like you said, John Wall hasn't played in, 2 years now because of that bad knee. Now you're getting a triple-double machine, former MVP of the league, a guy that's hungry. Just got pretty much thrown under the bus by James Harden saying that, I didn't want this guy. He can't win with me. Now he's going to play with Bradley Beal. I think there's some big things coming for DC right now.
Yeah, they'll be the best of the bottom. They'll be the best of the bottom. They don't have the team around them to compete. In one injury,
They're like an 8th, 9th seed, I think.
They might be bad. They might slip to 6th. They might slip
5-6.
I think they
Well,
Well,
say
don't
5-6.
sleep on Atlanta too. They made a lot of nice moves in the offseason.
Yeah,
too,
they're right
so-
around there. I think that they probably both passed the Pacers. You're talking about Milwaukee, New Jersey, Boston,
Miami,
Toronto, and
Philadelphia.
Miami,
Yeah.
Philadelphia. So
Yeah.
you're in the 7, 8, 9 with those teams, I think. So, all right. Here's your time to shine, Bill. Let's talk a little baseball. The Red Sox have signed Matt Barnes, bringing him back after trading him to the Phillies for a couple pitching prospects. Why are you shaking your head?
Because you're confusing him with Brandon Workman.
And Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes never got traded. He was on the Red Sox to finish the season. They just signed him for arbitration. Yep.
Maybe I'm thinking.
Brandon Workman and Heath Hembry, they traded
Heath
to,
Hembry. That's
they
what I'm
traded to
thinking. It was.
Philadelphia.
Doesn't
Like a
matter.
question,
Erod
Randy.
also signed a 1-year deal of 8.3. They avoid arbitration. Let me just throw this all at you and get your total thoughts. So last night was the tenure night for MLB, and some names came off the board or came on the board, however you want to talk about it. And the Red Sox are linked to a couple of them. A couple trade possibilities: Corey Kluber, which we talked about. Also, Lance Lynn on the Rangers has been made available for trade, and some of these non-tendered free agents. Eddie Rosario is linked to the Red Sox. A couple more just to throw at you. Kyle Schwarber, outfielder for the Cubs.
Pass.
Albert Almora,
Pass.
young outfielder for the Cubs. Carlos Rodon, starting pitcher for the White Sox.
Yes.
Like him. Tyler Naquin, outfielder for the Indians.
Pass.
And Archie Bradley, relief pitcher for the Reds.
Yes, and I want to throw another one out to you, Brad Hand, who got his option wasn't picked up in Cleveland. Good closer. I would love to have
Lefty.
either him or Archie Bradley back there. Eddie Rosario, I don't love, but I don't hate him. I think he'd be a good fit in left field. You could slide Benintendi over. He should come fairly cheap. He's got a lot of power, but his hitting's been on the decline the last couple of years. Kyle Schwarber can't hit for shit. The only thing he can hit for is power. And I don't think he has a spot in the lineup. I think he's more of a batch bent. Same thing, Almora. He's a 50-50 guy in Chicago. Ian Happ was there, Schwarber, him, and they had Jason Haywood out there in Chicago. So he didn't play much. Rendon for the White Sox, he gets beat up a lot. He was hurt last year too. So, and the year before. But I mean,
He was a
one of
high
those-
draft pick, though, right?
Yeah, he had a lot of talent. He's had a couple. I think he's had at least one Tommy John surgery, and I think he missed one time with a fucking this core muscle injury.
Yeah.
I forget
Lat
what it's called.
or something.
Lat, yeah, or something. But yeah, I mean, Rendon's one of those buy low guys, which I'm all for, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot of the Red Sox.
So we're
doing
seeing the
this
Red
year.
Sox. And then quickly, you're a no on Lance Lynn.
High ERA guy, big strikeout. He had a good year last year. Was it Texas?
He's had a
still?
couple 2 good years with Texas.
but his
Couple
high
2 years,
ERA.
but he's up in the 30s, and you got to trade for him. And I don't think the Red
Yeah.
Sox are going
But
to trade
Kluber's
for
a
anybody.
free agent at least. So you don't
Yeah.
really have to trade.
his
for him.
wife's
Lance
from-
Lynn, pass.
Wife's from Wesleyan or
Yeah,
somewhere.
they have a
Yeah.
house in Boston. too.
Yeah, so watch out for that. All right, to end the show, the Boston Bruins are talking to city officials about potentially playing outside games so they can have fans reportedly at Fenway. Yes or no, Ray? Awesome idea or not awesome idea?
Awesome idea.
Bill?
Awesome.
Of course. Of course. Easy fucking answer. Do it, do it, do it.
That's
This has been
only
the
if they play. I don't mean to cut your
yeah,
outro off.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
we
going to
didn't
play.
get there. We'll do NHL. We'll do NHL next week as that if it gets rolling. They're
They're starting to.
consistently fucking fighting. We'll see.
Starting to, yeah.
February maybe it's sounding like. All right, this has been the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday headlines, December 4th. We will see you on Sunday social hour. Are we doing Jesus porn videos or something else?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay, good. Jesus porn videos on Sunday. We'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.
I got a couple. That show will be in video form only. It'll just be a copy of Bill's old VHS.
See him putting it into the VCR.
My mom found all those when she sold her house. She's like, I found all your old porn stashed in the fucking wall. I was like, oh, sorry.
In the wall?